Hello, and welcome to this edition of North Penn News. I'm Justine Ye.
And I'm Lauren Schwartz. In our first story, North Penn senior athletes committed to colleges this past week at the NCAA recognition ceremony. North Penn News reporter Christina Stidham has more.
Last night, 7 North Penn High School seniors officially signed their letters of intent to play sport at the collegiate level. Gabby DiDemizio, Ashley Durham, and Caitlin Suzuki all committed to playing lacrosse, and Eve Costin to swimming. Erin Mayer and Vicky Tumaz committed to basketball, and Noah Melcher to baseball. Athletics Director Doc Ryan and Assistant Director Melanie Cedars presented the athletes and their selected colleges. They were thanked for their athletic and academic achievements at North Penn. The students were given the chance to talk about why they chose their specific college and answer questions from the audience. Congratulations to all of these student athletes on their exceptional accomplishment.
Last Friday, the North Penn Knights defeated the Pennsbury Falcons 31-21 in District 1 Quad A quarterfinal playoff action. A huge crowd followed the Knights down U.S. Route 1 to cheer on their team for the matchup of perennial powerhouses. Senior quarterback Austin Shearer played a great game with 7 of 8 completions, including 3 touchdown passes, 2 to Nick Wright and 1 to Connor Gill. Sophomore Knifeys West ran all over the Falcons' defense for 173 yards, including an 18-yard touchdown run. Come cheer on the Knights Friday night at 7:30 p.m. in Crawford Stadium as they take on Perkiomen Valley in District 1 Quad A semifinal.
The Chinese Cultural Club held their badminton tournament on November 13th at North Penn High School. North Penn News reporter Melissa Cubitt has more.
Last Wednesday, the Chinese Cultural Club held a badminton tournament to raise money to benefit charity. With over 100 students in attendance, pairs of players faced each other in single elimination rounds. After stiff competition and supportive cheering from the sidelines, Shah Haq and Safayette Hasakin won the tournament. They received a Chinese takeout box that was comprised of candy, fortune cookies, and a Wawa gift card. The Chinese Cultural Club is very pleased with the turnout and the enthusiasm displayed by all participants. Reporting for North Penn News, I'm Melissa Cubitt.
First grade students at General Nash Elementary School celebrated Reading is Fundamental Day. Students, staff members, and parent volunteers made crafts, listened to stories, and played games that involved the themes of reading and literacy. General Nash focused its Rift Day on Native American culture. At the end of the day, each child received a free book to take home. All other elementary schools in the district will also participate in Rift Days throughout the year. In late spring, all first graders in the district will attend a special Rift Day performance at the high school.
National anti-bullying activist John Halligan visited Pembroke Middle School to deliver his powerful message. In his 3 presentations, Halligan covered the 3 lessons learned too late about bullying, cyberbullying, and teen depression after his son Ryan committed suicide in 2003 at the age of 13 after being bullied by classmates in school and online. After watching the enlightening presentation, students met in their classrooms to discuss what they had learned about bullying prevention. But before he ended his presentation, he had one last message for the students.
But I've been at this long enough now to know that at least one person in this room is going to take this story to heart, walk out of here, go up to somebody, and simply say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the way I've been treating you. That apology, that real, heartfelt apology, will be life-changing. I'm not asking a snitch.
This is the second time Halligan has visited a North Penn school. In 2009, he represented his message to the students at Penndale Middle School.
Acclaimed children's book author Peter Catalanato visited Oak Park Elementary School to talk with students about the creative process of writing a book. North Penn News reporter Rebecca Rosenblatt has more.
Eyeballs. When I draw eyeballs in a character and I color them in, I like to leave a white spot.
4th grade students at Oak Park Elementary School were treated to an informative and enjoyable presentation by acclaimed author and illustrator Peter Catalanato. The author explored the creative process of writing a story from the initial brainstorming of ideas to the final details and illustrations. He stressed to the students the importance of not getting caught up in the details of a story.
But a lot of kids, when they write, they start thinking of the setting They start thinking of the plot. They start thinking of the characters. And I say to them, how can you think of those things when you don't even know what your story is? Find your ideas first, because that's how everything creative is done. Ideas first, then details. But a lot of children, when they write, they start coming up with all these details. And you know what you're doing to yourself when you're writing? You're taking this wonderful imagination of yours and you're going, you're shrinking it.
Although he has published over 40 books, 14 of which he wrote, Mr. Catalinato began his career as an illustrator in the 1980s by painting book jackets. He showed the students how to create a character's face to look more realistic through the use of shadowing.
I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions, and shadow is usually the answer. So I'll start to make this indentation.
During the session, Mr. Catalinato led the group through the creative process on a book they will co-author with their fellow classmates. For Catalinato, teaching kids the importance of writing and storytelling is vital.
Writing might be the last bastion for creativity, and stories are so important. I mean, we learn about ourselves, we learn about relationships, we learn about family through stories. And I think children, one generation learns about the other from stories. And I think it's something that we need to just keep passing on to children, the power of story and the power of imagination.
And for the teachers, having someone like Peter Catalinato to share his experiences and knowledge with their students is just as important.
I think the reason that it's important for the children to have a real-world experience, especially with an author, is because writing is one of the most difficult things for them to do. And being able to develop a story and add those details and things that they need in a story, you as the teacher can tell them those things, but to actually see someone who does it as their job for their work and as part of their craft, it really is helpful for them to realize that it takes several times for them to do it, that they have to revise over and over again in order to get a great story.
This unique opportunity was funded by a grant from the North Penn Educational Foundation. The foundation's mission is to motivate and inspire North Penn students through innovative projects and learning experiences. Reporting for North Penn News, I'm Rebecca Rosenblatt.
The 7th annual Bucksmont Intermediate Honors Course concert was held on Friday, November 8th at Penfield Middle School. 75 7th and 8th grade singers from the North Penn, Methacton, and Souderton school districts were selected to participate in the event. The concert gave the students the opportunity to sing different styles of music and learn about music literature. Each of the participating choral directors conducted a selection of the program, and Mr. Matthew Clank, the North Penn High School choral director, also guest conducted at the concert. Congratulations to all of the students and faculty involved for a successful concert.
On Thursday, November 7th, the Penndale Harassment and Bullying Intervention Task Force team held a basketball game to raise money for the North Penn School District Educational Foundation. North Penn News reporter Christina Stidham has more.
Who brought the most game to the court, the Penndale students or the Penndale staff? That question was answered at the Students vs. Staff basketball fundraiser game. The event was the culmination of a 3-week fundraising event organized by the Harassment and Bullying Intervention Task Force team, or HABIT. Led by freshmen Erin Heebner and Taylor Young, the team hosted a variety of school events, including selling candygrams, a spirit week, and a collection at lunch.
We decided to take a leadership role in HABIT, which is the Harassment and Bullying Intervention Task Force. And the fundraiser that we chose this year is the North Penn School District Educational Foundation. Over the past 3 weeks, including today, we've raised over $1,600.
This fundraising effort by the HABIT team is the first time a student group has raised money to support the foundation. During the game, the students and staff members, which included Superintendent Dr. Kurt Dietrich, had fun, yet kept the game very competitive. At halftime, students could purchase a chance to shoot a half-court shot as part of the fundraising efforts by HABIT. At the final buzzer, the scoreboard said the Penndale staff defeated the students by a score of 47-36. But in the end, the students really were the winners.
It's important for kids our age to understand that every little thing counts. And it was really easy for us to get the kids involved in this fundraiser, just because the money is coming right back to the North Penn School District.
For North Penn News, I'm Christina Stidham.
The Penndale Habit team presented the fruits of their labor at a recent foundation meeting. The students raised over $1,500 for the North Penn Educational Foundation. All of the funds will remain at Penndale and will benefit special education courses.
The ice hockey team is also looking forward to their Night with the Knights on Thursday, November 21st, a special event for North Penn Elementary students. The Knights will be hosting a pizza party at 7:20 p.m. following their game at Hatfield Ice. The game will include additional fun surprises between the periods. The party will include admission for one student and parent, one drink, and one slice of pizza per person. For more information, contact Dan Vitus with the information on your screen. Come out and support the Knights as they take on Pennsbury High School and join in the pizza party after the game.
Knapp Elementary School hosted its second annual Parent Camp in the beginning of November. Parent Camp 2, the Global Parent-Teacher UN Conference, featured a keynote from Dr. Adam Berman, who discussed parent-student communication. After the keynote, there were many breakout sessions, including college planning, IEP 101, technology, internet safety, and optimizing communication with your child, just to name a few. The day concluded with a live Skype conversation with a middle school in Texas that was also holding a student conference at the same time. Parents from North Penn quizzed the students from Texas about the use of technology in their lives. The day ended with a smackdown where the attendees shared the day's experiences and recommendations for next year's parent conference.
Superintendent Dr. Kurt Dietrich continued his Superintendent Student Council visits at Gwen North Elementary School. The students had the opportunity to give feedback to Dr. Dietrich regarding school academics and activities. Dr. Dietrich will be visiting every school in the district to meet with students and discuss possible improvements to their school.
A.M. Culp Elementary School will be hosting their fall shopping event on November 22nd from 6 to 9 p.m. Over 20 vendors, including Mary Kay, Avon, and 31, will be selling goods at the event, and door prizes and raffles will also be sold. Beat those Black Friday lines and get your holiday shopping done at this fall event.
Come out and enjoy North Penn's production of Thornton Wilder's Our Town this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7:30 p.m. or on Sunday at 2 p.m. Full of relatable and iconic characters, Our Town follows the love story of George Gibbs and Emily Webb as they learn what it means to grow up. Tickets are on sale in K31 in the high school or online at npenn.org, and they are $5 for students and $10 for adults. Tickets can also be purchased at the door. Don't miss this classic production of Our Town. Once again, the North Penn School District and Superintendent Dr. Kurt Dietrich are offering families the opportunity to talk one-on-one about important issues involving North Penn District schools. Monthly community conversations will be held at various locations within the district from now until April. The next meeting will be held at the Penn Suburban Chamber of Commerce in Lansdale on Thursday, November 21st from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Seats are limited. Please call the number on your screen to reserve your seat today.
That's all for this edition of North Penn News. I'm Justine Ye.
And I'm Lauren Schwartz. Just a reminder to check all of our programming on youtube.com/NPTV. We leave you with the Bucksmont Honors Chorus concert held at Penfield last week. Have a great day.